Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, as you can tell by the title of this video and also by this beautiful PowerPoint that we have on screen right now, I have made 5 bold predictions that I have for Barca in this up and coming 2024-2025 season. And today, I'm going to be sharing those with you guys. The off season, the summertime, for football fans like myself who are very delusional, is a beautiful time because it gives me a chance to dream, to aspire for great things. And I'm expecting big things from Barca this year, and I believe these 5 bold predictions are going to reflect that. I think Barca are going to be really, really good this year. So today, like I said, I'm going to give you guys 5 bold predictions that I have for Barca this up and coming season. We're going to go through every single slide. I think this should be really, really fun. If you guys like this video, this type of video, let me know in the comment section down below and I can make more PowerPoints because this honestly brought me back to high school. And I forgot how fun PowerPoints are to make when you don't have an annoying bitch teacher always telling you, do this, do that, use this font. You can't use that type of font. You can't use, like, it has to be 12 times New Roman. Like, I made this shit how I wanted to make it. And honestly, having the freedom to do that is amazing. Again, I'm sorry for calling my teachers a bitch. I actually love most of them. I think teacher disrespect is really, really corny. So again, apologies to my teachers. But again, sometimes you're too anal about things. Like, just let me fucking flop my wings. Let me fly. I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly. If you get that reference, shout out to you. But anyway, man, yeah, this PowerPoint was made by me. It was not plagiarized, as you can see, by the man formerly known as Mustache Daddy, aka Michi. That is myself. Obviously, no more mustache, but we still have the daddy gene in us. So anyway, let's get into this video because I'm saying too many things that I really don't want to say. So let's start with number 5. At number 5, Barcelona will finish La Liga with 90 or more points. And the picture that I chose here was the last season that Barca finished with 90 or more points in La Liga. And as you can see right there, it was the 2017-2018 season. I know that's kind of crazy to believe because Barca, with MSN and Luis Enrique and Pep, Barca were constantly cracking 90 or more points in La Liga. I mean, I think we did it for 5 straight years. But it's been since 2017-2018, what is that now? 6 seasons since Barca have cracked 90 or more points in La Liga. And I believe this Barca team is going to do it for the first time. I think this Barca team is going to break the curse. I really do believe that. I think Hansi Flick is an intense manager and he's very detailed. And I think he's not going to let Barca take games off. A lot of times under Xavi, Barca took games off, whether it was against Levante or against Almeria or against Granada. We saw multiple times. Or against Villarreal, Barca came out sleeping. I believe it's going to be different under Hansi Flick. I really do believe that. And I believe that Barca are going to be a really, really good league team. Holy fuck, league team. Sorry about that. This year, I really do believe that. And again, 90 plus points. It's difficult to do, but I believe Barca can do it. And I believe that Barca are going to be, really focused on having a good league season after having a disappointing league season last year where we lost way too many games. And yeah, for me, again, 90 plus points, it does not mean that Barca are going to win the league. I'm not predicting that Barca are going to win the league yet, but I'm saying like 90 plus points is going to happen. And just because you get 90 plus points, it does not mean you win the league. There was a year where Barca got 91 points, and Atletico Madrid got 90. There was a year where Real Madrid got 93, and Barca got 90. There was a year in the Premier League where Liverpool got 97, and Man City got 98. So again, just because you get all these points in the league, it does not mean you're going to win it. So again, I'm not predicting that, but I do believe that Barca are going to be really, really sharp in the league this year. Am I predicting us going invincible? Never say never. That's all I'm going to say. There's a first time for everything. No team has ever gone invincible in La Liga. And if there's one team that can break that curse, it's Barcelona because we are the first team to win a treble in Spain. So, Barca have that in them. They break the curse. They're trendsetters. So I believe that Barca are going to finish with 90 plus points, 90 or more, sorry. Either 90 or more than 90 this season in La Liga. I really do believe that with every fiber in my being. I really do believe that. And Barca have come close, 87, 86, something like that. But again, this year is going to be the year where we get over 90 points. I think Barca are going to be very, very good in the league this year, and that's why I'm predicting them to finish with 90 or more points. That's number 5. Let's move on to number 4 now. Lamine Yamal will have over 40 GA in all comps. This is a very bold prediction because Lamine Yamal is only 17 years old, and I don't want to put any more pressure on this kid than he already has because he already has the weight of the world on his shoulders and the weight of the Barca fans on his shoulders. I mean, we're all looking at this guy as the next Messi, the savior. So again, I hate doing this, but I have so much belief in this kid. I believe he can do it. I really do believe he can do it. And again, 40 GA is crazy. Messi and Ronaldo made us believe that 40 GA is like normal, and those guys were putting up like 80 GA every season, so they're fucking aliens. But I think Lamine Yamal can do it. Again, it's going to be his second full season with the Barca first team, but I think with the confidence that he has coming off that Euro campaign and what we saw from him, I think, look, what's going to be hard for Lamine, I don't really think it's going to be the assist because I think in that flick system he's going to thrive, and I think he's going to get a lot of assists. And we saw in the Euros, he's as good a playmaker on that wing as basically any player right now in world football. I think the goals for Lamine are going to be an issue because number 1, he's not a very good finisher. Number 2, who's going to give him that service? You know what I mean? Like he's not like do I think Lamine's going to take on 7 players every game and then score a banger like Messi would do back in the day? Probably not because he's still so young. I believe he can do it, but again, I think Barca sometimes have too many selfish players, so I hope that Lamine Yamal doesn't have to suffer because of that. But I do believe that the assists are going to be there. But then again, the goals is maybe what's going to hold him back because again, the biggest issue with him is that his lack of finishing is still there because he's still so young, he's still so raw. But I think that this guy, with the, like I said, with the confidence he's gonna have coming into the season after winning the Euros with Spain and being arguably the best player in that tournament. I mean, this guy's probably on top of the world right now. He's gonna be training hard with the team. He's gonna be obviously training hard with Hansi Flick. I think Hansi Flick is gonna instill that confidence in him that, you know, you're the main guy on this team now. And again, I don't think any prediction is too bold for Lamine Yamal because no one saw this kid going into the Euros and being probably the best player at that tournament with some of the best names in European football. Harry Kane, Mbappe, Kevin De Bruyne, you name him, he outplayed basically all of them. So again, and he was a Euro winner and scored in the semifinal and assisted in the final. This kid is a fucking machine. And if Nico comes to Barca, this could be even more true. I think if Nico comes to Barca, this is actually, like, right now, I'd give this like a 40% chance. But if Nico comes to Barca, ramp it up to 60 or 65%. Honestly, I think those guys have a good enough connection. I think, again, Lamine Yamal will have over 40 GA. That's insane. Again, Vini this year is going to probably win the Ballon d'Or. He doesn't even, I don't even think he had over 40 GA last season. But again, Vini missed a lot of games. If Vini would have been healthy most of the year, he would have finished with over 40 GA. So again, I think it's possible for Lamine Yamal. Nothing is impossible. Nothing is too much for this kid because he's already proven that whatever expectations you had for him, he's going to exceed them no matter what. So I believe that Lamine Yamal will finish with over 40 GA in all comps this season. Let's move on to number 3 now. Lewandowski will be benched, hopefully for Roque, by early November. This picture of Lewandowski is one that I found in my camera roll. I don't know why I have this, but it's a beautiful picture. You know, he has the mustache. He's bald now. Maybe I should try this look out. I don't know. Maybe you guys let me know in the comment section down below if you guys think I would look good with this look. He looks very odd to me. He looks like a president of a country back in the 40s. I'm not going to say his name, but you guys, like, he kind of has that look a little bit. I don't know why. Maybe if he didn't have the goatee. Enough of that. Let's not talk about that guy. I don't know why I get carried away with shit like this sometimes. But anyway, Lewandowski will be benched. I think Lewandowski has proven over the past couple years since the World Cup in 2022 that he's really not that caliber of striker anymore. And I think that, you know, Hansi Flick obviously has a soft spot in his heart for Lewandowski because they won a trouble together. And Lewandowski had arguably his best year of his career. Not even arguably. He had the best year of his career under Hansi Flick. He was fucking insane under Hansi Flick, both in 2019, 2020 when they won the treble, and 2020, 2021 where you could argue he should have won the Ballon d'Or. 2020, he would have won it if COVID didn't cancel it. But again, that is not the same Lewandowski. That was a younger, better Lewandowski. And that was before he was doing TikTok. And then after TikTok, I don't know what the fuck happened to this guy. He just got the Charlie D'Amelio flu or something like that because this guy has just not been the same player. And I think he's going to get benched for Roque. Lewandowski should have been benched last year if Xavi had the balls to bench him. This guy should have been on the bench for Barca. Last year, he shouldn't have been a starter for us. For really, like, he should have been benched in like September, bro, because he was so bad. And then obviously he picked it up, like I said, like I've said in previous videos, towards the end of the year was actually kind of productive. But for the most part, he was washed. And I think, again, I want him to get benched, not for Ferran, hopefully not for Ferran, hopefully not for Joao Felix, hopefully for Roque. Like, I think Roque can showcase enough to where he can actually be a part of this team, bro. Please give the fucking kid a chance. I'm just asking to give him a chance. You brought him in from Brazil, just give him a chance, okay? And see what he can do. And if Lewandowski's not giving you anything, why not chuck in a guy like Victor Roque? And I think the reason why I picked early November is because I think Hansi Flick is going to give him that leeway, like the first 3 months of the season, to kind of see if it's just like rust and he can play himself out of it. But I think once it gets to early November, the players that you have on the picture are what they are basically for the most part. And I think Hansi Flick is going to realize, apologies for that Lewandowski's just not that guy anymore. He's just not that guy anymore. And again, this picture, it's hard for me to talk bad about Lewandowski when I'm looking at this picture because he does look so beautiful. But again, I'm sorry, I got carried away, bro. I saw the bald head and the mustache, and I totally got carried away. I'm sorry about that. He looks like a mixture of Kieran Lee and Johnny Sins, if you guys know who those guys are. I don't know why I know their names off the top of my head. I probably have an issue with that. That's something I should get checked out. That is not normal, by the way. The fact that I just named those two guys off the top of my head. But yeah, to me, Lewandowski's going to be benched for Roque. Just not a good player anymore. Just not a good player. I think his best days are behind him. He's not a great finisher in front of goal anymore. His playmaking is subpar. His attitude on the pitch is pretty atrocious, honestly, for the most part. And I think that Barca have he holds the team back, in my opinion, most of the time. So again, people might disagree with that, but I believe that Lewandowski is going to be benched for Roque by early November. And then we have number 2. Barcelona will not lose a single El Clásico this season. You heard that right. Barca will not lose a single El Clásico this season. Raporta versus Fiorentino Perez, Extreme Rules, WWE Raw. That would be a dope matchup, like Money in the Bank, like they have to go up the ladder and get the fucking briefcase. That would be dope. But anyway, enough about WWE. Yeah, I don't think Barca are going to lose a single Clásico this year. Again, Barca last year, we lost every single Clásico, which was as depressing as anything I've ever experienced as a Barca fan, watching us lose, what is it, 3 times to our biggest rivals, and all 3 times were just heartbreak, bro. Montjuic, that last-minute winner by Bellingham, you're winning in the first half, and then they come back, and he scores 2 goals, and then in the Bernabeu, in the league, you know, again, a winner by Bellingham in a game that you're winning once again, and we honestly got robbed in that game because that ball did go over the line, but again, it doesn't matter because they were going to win the league anyway, and then the worst one of all was obviously the Super Cup, when you lose 4-1. You lost 4-1 in the fucking Super Cup to Real Madrid. But again, I think this year changes. And again, this might sound crazy because that Madrid team last year is not as good as this Madrid team is going to be. And that's crazy because they won a double. But I think this Madrid team is just not going to be as good. I think this Barca team is going to be better. I think they're going to hold their own against Real Madrid. I think Real Madrid are going to be really good this year. But obviously, it's a hot take because they're going to add Mbappe and probably add someone else. But who the fuck knows who they're going to add? They're probably going to get Trent or Alphonso Davies. They're going to find somebody. I mean, Florentino Perez never sits on his hands. He's always trying to get another player, the best in the world, of their position. So again, when you have a front line of Vini, Mbappe, Rodrigo, Bellingham, you know, you have Arda Güler, you have Modric, who's going to come back. You have that back line. Thank God they didn't add Lenny Euro to that team because that would be just fucking unfair. But yeah, I don't think Barca are going to lose a single El Clásico this year. Are they going to win some? Hopefully, but I think they're either going to win or draw. That's obviously, I mean, that's obviously, if you don't win, like, that obviously, you're not going to lose. If you don't lose an El Clásico, it means you either drew or won it. So obviously, that was, I don't know why I explained that whole thing, but yeah, I don't think Barca are going to lose a single El Clásico this year. Is it going to be tough? Yeah, it's going to be tough to play Real Madrid. And the Bernabeu, it's going to be tough. If we play them in the Super Cup, it's going to be tough. If we play them in the Copa del Rey, it's going to be tough. If we play them in the UCL, it's going to be tough. But I think Barca are just different this year, man. I don't think we're going to lose a single Clásico this season. I think Barca are going to go either 2-0. Now, what would that mean? Because that doesn't make sense because if you draw. I think Barca are just not going to lose a single Clásico this year. Just not going to lose one. And yeah, that's my bold prediction number 2. And then finally, bold prediction number 1. Barcelona will win a real double. Not a real double, a real double. And you can see the picture right there. It's me. It's my Twitter profile picture, actually. It's my face photoshopped on Hansi Flick's body when he won the Sextuple with Bayern. I think Barca are going to win a real double. And what do I mean by a real double? We're going to win the league or the Copa del Rey, or the Copa del Rey and the UCL, or the league and the UCL. It's not going to be like a double where we win the league and the Super Cup. You know, kind of like what Madrid did this year. And I'm not saying that's a Mickey Mouse double or not a good double to win. Obviously, I would love for Barca to win that type of double, which they did actually back in, you know, last year when we won the league and also the Super Cup. I think this year they're going to win a real double. I'm talking about, you know, like I said, two of the big three, I should say. Either the league, like I said, you guys know what I mean already. I think Barca have, I don't know, bro. There's something different about this Barca team. I think the emergence of the La Masia players like Fermin Lopez is going to come into this year more confident. The emergence of obviously Lamine Yamal, Pau Cubarsí, his first full season with the Barca first team. You know, the young players that are coming up like Casado, like all those guys that I think are going to contribute a lot to this team. I hope Vitor Roque gets a chance as well. Balde, I think, is going to have a bounce back year under Flick. Koundé is coming off an amazing year and a great season. I think Araujo obviously is going to be hurt to start the year, but I think once he comes back, along with Frankie de Jong and along with Pedri, I think this team has a lot of quality, bro. And if we add Nico Williams and maybe even get a pivot, bro, if you can get, not even a pivot, but if you can get another midfielder to obviously help that Hansi Flick double pivot that he likes to play, that would be huge, man. I think that would be huge. And I think Barca have the chance to win the league and the Copa del Rey, or the Copa del Rey and the league, or that's the same thing, the league and the Copa, or the Copa del Rey or the UCL, or the league and the UCL. I really do believe that, bro. You guys might think I'm pulling this shit out of my ass, or I'm waffling with all these bold predictions. I think they're all pretty reasonable, man. I think they're reasonable predictions. Again, not losing a single Clásico. It sounds kind of crazy because that Madrid team is so good, but I think that Barca can do it. Again, if we only play them 2 times, I know we can do it because 2 games, I mean, come on. You draw 1, you maybe squeak out a win, and then you're going to lose a single Clásico. Now, if you play them 4 times, it's going to be a little bit trickier, but I don't think Barca and Real Madrid are going to play 4 times this season. I mean, hopefully not, at least. And then, actually, no, hopefully yes, because I love those games. But again, that Madrid team is scary as fuck. But then also, number 1, a real double. Come on, bro. We did it with Xavi. With a worse squad, in my opinion. And again, that Madrid team wasn't as good, but come on, bro. We can do this. Hansi Flick can do this. He's won a Sextuple already. What's winning 2 trophies when you've won 6 already, like in a single calendar year? Come on, bro. That's nothing. That's nothing. So for me, I think Barca, what trophies do I think they're going to win? I think it's more realistic that we win the league and the Copa del Rey than we win the UCL and whatever other trophy. I think the UCL is a very hard trophy to win, and obviously Barca, we're just dreaming for the day we win another UCL, bro. It's been 10 years since I've watched my team lift that trophy, that beautiful trophy with the big-ass ears on it. But again, I think that Barca are going to win a real double this year. So yeah, man, those are my 5 bold predictions. Let's go through them one more time. Barca will win a real double. Obviously what I mean is 2 of the big 3. We will not lose a single Clásico this season. Lewandowski will be benched by early November, hopefully for Roque. Lamine Yamal will have over 40 GA in all comps. And then finally, Barcelona will finish the league with 90 or more points. Whatever you guys agree or disagree with, please let me know in the comment section down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this PowerPoint. And yeah, man, I love every single one of you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your bold predictions for Barcelona down below. If you're a Real Madrid fan, let me know your Real Madrid fan, your Real Madrid bold predictions down below as well. I love to hear them. Whatever team you support, let me know your bold predictions for your team down below. Or if you want to throw them in for Barca, and if you don't like whether you support Barca or not, let me know down below. And yeah, man, I love every single one of you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace out.